Tomo, let's talk about the incredible success that Taylormade irons are experiencing worldwide, particularly on the tours, you know. Talk to this.
Yeah, well, even though metalwoods has always been our kind of priority as a brand, and we gave birth to the metalwood essentially, irons has become a more and more important category for us, and we've seen the opportunity. We have the technology, the experience, the R&D capability, to produce the best irons in golf. And for the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years, we've really been focusing on this more and more. And you point out with the burner iron too. The burner iron last year was really the thing that changed it all for us. When we designed that product, it was with the goal of producing the best iron ever in golf. We look back to products like Ping Eye 2 as having changed the game for irons. This was the next game changer, really, for 20 years. So what we looked at with that iron was, rethink how we look at irons. I mean, it's about distance gaps, it's about hitting it further, hitting it straighter, and having a look and feel that is appealing to most people. So with the burner iron, we definitely had a great success. And within 2 months of selling that product, we became the #1 iron model in the US.
Incredible.
Which is incredible, because we were not considered an iron brand at the time. And subsequently in August, we became the #1 selling brand of irons in the US. And that was, again, a huge moment for our brand. Internally, we celebrated tremendously about that achievement, because we honestly, 5 years ago, we didn't think that was possible at all.
Similarly, you've had the same kind of success in the rest of the world?
Yeah, absolutely. We are #1 iron in many markets around the world. It's a little bit more difficult to talk about it because we don't have third-party data to verify exactly where we are.
Right.
But we know anecdotally that in many markets we're #1, and we continue to push irons just as hard as we do metalwoods.
Well, I'll tell you, I can vouch for your burner irons. I'm not an iron player, never have been. But guess what? The 09 burners found their way into my bag, and I'm playing a good game now. And it's because of the user-friendliness of the irons.
Absolutely.
They're extremely easy to use.
And I think that's something that we really tried to balance out as well. We make irons that are very user-friendly, and we also make irons that are designed for the best players in the world on tour. And with the R9 TP iron we launched last fall as well, that iron is now the #1 model on the PGA Tour. And that's been tremendous for us to get that kind of validation really from the best players out there. And again, it shows that we really focus on the entire spectrum of golfers. We don't try to target just one niche consumer. We're saying, Taylormade irons, there is an iron for everyone out there.
Continuing on the success of Taylormade irons, I noticed that now you're getting into wedges.
Yeah.
And the new wedges that are being launched, they look awesome.
Yeah, the wedge category is an interesting one, because I think we all know that it's been dominated by a couple of brands, for the last few years, and we have not put a lot of emphasis on that category internally. I think we've produced very good products in the past, but really in terms of a marketing push or any tour push, really, we haven't really done much with wedges. We always, as a brand that values innovation and technology, Mike, I think we felt that in order to make a big statement about wedges, we had to come up with something new, right? We didn't want just to do something similar to what everybody else was doing, and then claim that it performed 1% better in some area. So we came up with this new idea of exchangeable face technology. And this really was a game changer for us. And we spent years working out how to actually do this, because as an engineering challenge, it was extremely difficult to make this product. And when we brought it out to tour players, we didn't know what their reaction was going to be. The wedge is a club that people think of as a very classical shape, very traditional. It's probably the least technical product, except probably for the putter in your golf bag. So we didn't know what people were going to say about it, but the reception again has been fantastic from our tour players. The fact that they can get fresh grooves every single tournament or every other tournament whenever they want them.
That makes a world of difference, doesn't it?
That makes a world of difference, especially now that we have the new grooves that don't spin as much. Having fresh grooves becomes so important for the tour players, because that little bit of spin, that's the difference between the ball staying on the green or rolling off the back. And really, that's been huge, and we have had so many players out there. And we've had to actually put a guy on tour in the US to support wedges, because there have been so many demands and requests for people to get more wedges, and we have a guy dedicated to do wedges now on the PGA Tour.
When are you rolling it out for the consumer?
That's coming out actually later this month. It'll be out very soon. We are extremely excited about it. We think it's going to resonate with consumers. We think the wedge category is long overdue for something exciting to happen with it.
Right.
You've been around golf a long time. Probably since you've been working in golf, the wedges look the same. Essentially, it's a blade. It's teardrop shape. It's been the same.
Yeah, I was taking a look at it in the catalog, it's revolutionary in design.
Absolutely, it's revolutionary design, but at the same time, when you put it down on the ground, it looks very traditional, very sophisticated, and very clean. Exactly what better players prefer. So
can't wait to lay my hands on them.
Well, it's going to be a great one.